All right, everybody. Today we got some, I wouldn't say it's like super vintage, but it's old enough that it's starting to become, even when I told a couple people I'm opening up this, they're like, why? Why you want to do that? Like, I even have another one that I'm just going to open up and just, I'm not huge into the XY stuff other than like, again, Flashfire. The Evolution stuff's cool, but it's not worth the hype of it. You know what? Like, you can pick some of this set up at a reasonable price for how old it is. Like the Sun and Moon stuff is, a lot of it is priced way higher than it should, but there's a lot better artwork with the Sun and Moon set. So XY does have some cool stuff in it, and each pack, each set, like Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, Flashfire is his own little beast that I don't think that one's worth like $5,000 or $4,000, whatever it is now. Like, there's just some cool stuff in this, and it definitely takes, like, I wouldn't say like a blast from the past, but I definitely missed this era and like black and white era. I was more on just the other side of it, where this was just when high school, well, this would have been after high school, and then black and white was kind of during high school. It wasn't as big in high school for obvious reasons. You know, you're not going to be caught around Pokemon cards, but looking back at it now, if you collected a lot of this stuff, good on you. Like, this stuff is worth way too much than what it is. But it's a collector thing. So there's going to be a ton of stuff that's, you know, kids had, and then like you didn't even think about it. Just kept it, and now we're with this. Like, we're just with, you know, $5,000 booster boxes that cost us $100, $150. It's a good little investment, and hopefully, you know, for the younger generation, just, you never know. One of those things could just be the next thing. You know, it doesn't matter if it's sports cards or even some of the rarer Japanese stuff, One Piece, Pokemon, like all of it. Like Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! It carries over, and obviously stuff that maybe wasn't worth a whole lot 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, is going to be worth a lot in another 10 years. You know, a lot of that generation will grow up and they'll be like, oh, I remember that when I was a kid. Like, I mean, I'm old enough that I grew up on original base set. I grew up on Digimon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So like, our generation, you know, the early 90s babies, we were the guinea pigs for all the trading cards. All of them. Whoever wants to say, you know, like, this isn't the OG stuff, it's like, I would say most of the kids from late 80s to 95, 96 tested it. Beyblades, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Bakugan, if you want to go into like other weird stuff. Like, we tested all of it. We were the guinea pigs for, you know, the Gen Z millennials, for all you guys. Okay? We tested it. So, back to this. So let's dive into semi being the keyword, vintage box. All right. So we got XY Roaring Skies. This would probably be one of the lower sets from the XY stuff. There's only a few cards into this that are worth a good amount. I mean, this box is still, all the XY boxes are minimum like $500. So there's definitely that to look at as well. Just because of how old they are, that's really it. Nothing more than that. I mean, the Primal Clash is definitely one of those other ones that it's not worth a whole lot, but if you can pull one of those, you know, there's a few cards in there. If you pull that and you put a PSA 10, those are worth thousands. So that's just kind of it. Like, it's just, you know, some of them are going to be worth a lot more than others. So I think the Rayquaza is one of them. Definitely a very soft open. So if we go back, what year is this? 2015. It's old enough. It is definitely old enough. Pinnacle, Gligar, Choupette, Gligar, Shedinja. So there is, again, some cool cards out of this. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So we got Wingull, Dratini, Electrike, Rayquaza Spirit Link, and then Altaria. And I think these were kind of... I want to say that they were the start of the trainer gallery stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, with not a lot of cards being in this set in general, you could probably at least get most of the cards from opening up a booster box to try to complete at least the set. So you got Spearow, Voltorb, Inkay, Voltorb, and Dragonite. So these cards definitely have a better quality feel than I would say even Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. They just feel thicker. They just feel like weight-wise a little bit heavier. So we got Gallade Spirit Link, and we got is this? No, I don't think so. It's not really well centered. The back's okay actually. Where's that corner? Something. I'm trying to think like what's. I know there's the other one, but there's the Latias and the Latios one. But I mean, what's that? 4 packs into it now? Yeah, 4 packs, and at least it's something. At least it's something. We got Bagon, Electrike, Tailo, Execute, Hawlucha, Switch, and we got Swellow Hollow. So a quick dive, because I just had to refresh my memory of it, into the collector app, which is fantastic. The Rayquaza, all 3 full art Rayquaza. Those ones are worth the most. Is it worth what these booster boxes cost? Absolutely not. But it is, if you can get again a PSA 10. There's no real way, I would say, you're not going to make your money back. It's just not going to happen on these. Like, you can open up as many as you want. You'll never get your money back on them. But you may be lucky and get the one that has at least the Rayquaza in it in a perfect, pristine PSA 10 candidate, and then still be, again, depending on how much you paid for the box, still be down. So the XY stuff for me, this box was won via a raffle, and the other box was purchased via another supplier. Thanks, Ben. From Stag's Cards. He was kind of laughing at me. He's like, "You're gonna open that?" I'm like, yeah, why not? Zekrom reverse. And we got, Gallade. Didn't think I was gonna get a full art ready. Well, this one looks pretty good too. It's a little one side heavy with a lot of whitening on that edge. For something pack fresh, it's a lot of messy. It's too bad. Already with at least one full art, so not in the greatest condition, but again, it is what it is. All we can do is hope for another one in a really clean version. Bagon and Articuno. Rare. Again, there's nothing crazy out of this set, but honestly, I haven't opened up a ton. I don't think I've really opened up much in the way of booster boxes for X and Y. XY. It's just way too costly for it. But there is a lot of cool cards in the XY series. It does carry a certain effect to it. That's why most of the PSA 10 of the XY stuff is worth so much, because it's just so rare and so limited to be able to pull one, a full art card, two, a pristine, immaculate version of it. That's the biggest thing. That's why, like, you go into the Charizard Reverse, you go into the Charizard Holo from Evolution, and you get a PSA 10 in that, you got yourself a $3,000 card. So it's not going to happen very often, and that's why most of the Evolution stuff I've ever opened is from just most of the promo boxes. Because, there's no way I'm opening up $1,000 booster box to try to find a Charizard. You're better off opening up a $200 promo box with at least like 10 packs in it and just call it a day. Because the going rate for a loose Evolution is, I think it's like 10 to 20 bucks. So to pay $1,000 or even 800 bucks for a booster box with 36 packs in it is just beyond me. Especially with the amount that you have, it should definitely be a lot more affordable. I know the XY stuff was not printed as heavily for obvious reason. So a nice Glade EX. It's very limited print run, so you got XY Phantom Forces, and then even if I think that was the heavier printing production, because even Black and White had the ETBs, and that was just like the start of it. And then you have the XY ETBs, and those ones go for like absurd money, like crazy. And I know those were super limited when it came to the print volume on it. Because nobody bought it. It was just during a time that Pokemon wasn't as popular and hyped up. Latios EX. It wasn't as popular and hyped up as it is now, and was back in the day. So back when like Team Rocket, Neo, when those sets. Because even when base set, it was popular, but it didn't really catch on as heavily as it did after. That's why they brought out base set 2 and kept some of the other sets going. So I even saw like a video on Instagram. It was showing EB Games and GameStop back in the day with regards to when they got the new, what was it, Fossil, I think, or Team Rocket, and they were like, oh man, it's so crazy. And you go into some of those cards that they had back then that people were paying, it wasn't even like a lot. Fletching, Wurmple, Talo, Electric, Bagoon, Electrode, Banette. Okay, so that's half of it. Again, nothing crazy, but at least there's a few hits. XY stuff definitely doesn't have, and this set more specifically, there's 108 cards in the set. So from that, you still need like a lot of packs, because you're gonna get a lot of doubles. It's definitely gonna be, it's not as long as saying like Paldean Fates, which is gonna kill me because there's just so many. Because I'm multiple boxes into it and multiple buying, and I still need like a lot. We got Wingull, Inkay, Togepi, Execute, Natu, Dratini, Reshiram. Much simpler time when it came to this stuff. Not as crazy and hyped up as it is now. Everybody getting their hands on this stuff and then trying to flip it. Tropius, Skarmory, Natu, Choupette, Stratini, Cascoon, Halucha, Fletchling, Banette. Definitely see why the XY stuff is worth so much, because it's almost impossible to pull it. Like, it's just, there's not a lot of cards in this set, but I can't seem to get a whole lot. Electrike, Bagoon, Nincada, Pidove, Dunsparce, Execute, Dragonite. I feel like this thing's worth something, but again, off center. There was definitely some cool artwork with some of them. A lot of them, I would say, there was too much done. Like, even with the EX, like the full art ones, if you can get some of them clean and you got PSA 10s, they're worth a lot. But they're not as cool as, say, some of the VMAX ones, some of the tag team ones. They just had a weird feel to them. I don't know what it is. The tag team ones are and the full arts in those are phenomenal. There just wasn't as much. Like, Sword and Shield definitely put a lot more into it, which was good. Sun and Moon increased it from XY. Oh, what's this? Hydreigon. Full art. And their full arts are black. So instead of silver or any other color, it's just this dark color. So you will see everything that's an imperfection on that edge. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to pull rates and pull rates for certain cards. What's this? Ooh. Okay. I don't know if that's one. I think that's one, actually. Is it clean? A little white mark. It's pretty clean, though. These were cool. Certain EX of these, the full art ones, just, it really depends. Because there was a lot of them that were made that just didn't have that wow factor to it. So, that's the other issue with this set. They did it to certain cards that probably shouldn't have had it. I mean, the Lucario one from Primal Clash is pretty cool, but I don't think it's worth a whole lot. I was hoping it'd be worth a little bit more, but... And even like I know the Rayquazas are the best cards in the set, but the Latias and Latios ones, those should carry some more, but they just don't. Don't know why. Even the Gallade, it should carry a little bit more. Who knows? Maybe one day this set will rise back up. I doubt it, but there's just too many that they're introducing. And a lot more nowadays. So we got Reshiram, Zapdos. Like, they're not overproducing Scarlet Violet. I think they're just producing just a lot. They're just pushing out sets. But they're also pushing out cool promos. And they're pushing out higher quality stuff. You know, this is like stupidly off center. Wow, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad for the miscut there. Oh my. And a lot of whitening on that edge. A lot of whitening. Jeez. The quality is definitely missed on this. It's missed. I don't know why. Like, it's not like they were rushing to print these out. So they had time. They had time, and they still printed these out horribly. So we got Zapdos Reverse. That's the thing I don't get. Like, these weren't flying off the shelves, as you know, the way Scarlet and Violet stuff goes nowadays. Flies off the shelf. As soon as it comes in, it's gone. Because people have this emphasis on it, and like, if you go 10 years ago, nobody wanted it. Nobody like was going crazy. They printed it, it didn't sell a whole lot, so they either cleared it out or just got rid of it. That's the sad thing. And that to Reverse and Dustox. And now for the people that went in and bought it and held it, they're laughing now. Because sealed stuff for XY is almost impossible. Not impossible, but certain aspects of the XY stuff, like ETBs, you're going to be paying through the roof for it. I don't even know what, like, I know Flashfire is a lot. And yes, the Charizards in it are worth a lot. And I get it. But it doesn't mean that it's worth that much. But that's like the only thing I can think of where that's definitely the coolest set from XY. Jirachi. We got 2 packs left. So we got Bagon, P-Dove, Swablu, Wurmple, Nincada, Unfezant, Unfezant. That's how it works. So this is the last pack. So, I mean, again, nothing crazy from this set. This is cool stuff out of this, and like a little blast from the past, but not that back in the past. So, it's cool to open up some of this older stuff. I'm lucky enough that I'm able to do it, and nothing. So we got Karmic. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's what I assumed. When it comes to XY stuff, honestly, it's almost impossible to pull anything huge. I mean, there is a couple full art cards in there. So, I mean, yeah, $20, $40. It's not going to get your money back, but if they grade high enough, yeah. But these ones, unfortunately, they're not it. They are not it. So I might just throw together a binder, see what's left. There's definitely enough to at least start something and get you pretty close to the finish line, at least when it comes to the non-holos. Again, this is kind of what it is. It's the XY stuff is so hit and miss that it is frustrating to a point, but it's cool to open. You know, not a lot of people open it for obvious reasons, and this is reason number one, because you're not going to open up an XY box and expect you're going to pull something out of it. So at this point, I just wanted to open it. I haven't opened a lot, and I've been lucky enough that we've been able to source out a couple without like paying astronomically through the roof for these boxes. So let's see if we can do another one. I think I got a Primal Clash right here, which will be opening up sometime soon, very soon, if not the next couple videos anyways. So again, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like it. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, comment. We'll be doing a giveaway on the next video with regards to possibly either some of the packs from this or some other stuff that we got going on. So pay attention. Thank you. Have a great day. See ya.